Welcome to the Jolly Hitchhikers show. I'm Ren.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Blake.
And we hover around from conversation to conversation, and we're generally happy with wherever we end up. So today we're going to be talking about weird celebrations from around the world, the weird things people wear and why they wear them, conspiracy theories, and we will realize how stupid we were for not mentioning Harry Potter in our last podcast when we talked about the 90s.
Or really Pokemon at all, that too.
Oh yeah. I think that was like just a second drive-by, like a drive-by shooting of the worst
Whereas,
kind.
like, there's just a Pikachu sitting there, and I was like, oh, by the way, Pokeball's in the backpack. And then we kept going on.
Yeah. Fuck Pokemon, just kidding, you're wonderful. As you may have noticed, we had a third voice, and it is my best longtime friend and the disgusting human being known as Blake.
Hello, everybody.
So, as we talked about before, he's almost an entire antagonist to my personality. He's small, brick-like, and perpetually angry.
Just call me a Daedra from Skyrim.
Yeah, we often do.
So you say that, but I like Blake. Blake's cool.
Yeah.
I'm only mean to those who understand me.
Which is totally paradoxical to any kind of friendship. So, I guess we'll start talking about the weird things people wear and why they wear them. And I guess this can be applied to really any of the fashion trends in the past, in the 20th century.
Or even things that aren't considered fashion trends, just like everyday wear.
Yeah, like the, what are those glasses called? They're the black rim ones. RayBans.
Oh, yeah.
I like RayBans, thank you.
They're okay, but why does everyone wear them?
Why?
Because they're a high quality not lens, but a high quality frame manufacturer. That's why.
I guess, but the interesting ones aren't the popular ones. Just the plain black ones are.
Well, I guess that could be contributed to a hipster movement.
Yeah.
There were many a RayBan left on Big Thunder Mountain when I worked at Disney. I probably could have gone home with some of them at the very least.
The fresh
and
hell.
Probably would have made money too.
The pure fresh hell that is whatever lies underneath the tracks of a Disney ride.
Ooh, particularly Big Thunder Mountain. Just to quote my trainer from when I was there, Thunder is the redheaded stepchild of the Magic Kingdom, where everyone likes the ride, but Disney itself actually hates it pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
you'll definitely have a lot to talk about.
Oh, I have lots of stories. I was there for 2.5 years, and that was enough.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, it's only when you work there that you realize that the ride has no air conditioning anywhere.
That doesn't, very few places, but
it has a few small fans here and there.
Yeah, like that giant, pipe that goes along the track, or on the inside in the station. That's technically where the AC is coming out of. So the two vents coming off of it, standing in front of those are fucking perfect.
It's technically where the AC comes from.
Yeah, and then there was a time in the break room, which is 3 feet wide. We have the vents in there, and once there was a dead rat that we could physically see, we just couldn't reach, so we had to have custodial come in, and it was sitting there for a month, just decaying, filling the entire break room, plus outside of it, so guests could smell it, and they were like, we need this removed, and they were like, oh, we're coming, don't worry about that. Nope.
How great is that?
Oh, it's wonderful. That's why I'm still with Disney. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
And that tiny room used to flood, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sometimes when it would rain, it would flood to the point that, because there were 2 steps that led out of the break room, and it would get to, the top step.
Yeah.
And we would take, little cups and shape them and then send them across as boats. Just want them fly off. There's actually one time that the first lift flooded and it was coming into station, so of course we had to break down. But even my manager just kind of looked at it. She's like, I don't even know. I've never seen this.
So in case you guys have wondered what Disney cast members do when they're not actually working, just kidding. That's actually a bit of an extreme.
Yeah.
That doesn't really have... Disney kind of keeps things really well together, but that's...
Oh, yeah.
That's just... I'm going to quote you and say that Big Thunder Mountain just needs to be torn down and rebuilt from the bottom up.
It's safe enough that if any of you guys actually go on it, you're not going to die at all. But it needs Well, I know that, okay, the one in California, someone did die because the train went flying off the track, but they fixed that, which is why now, if we heard a ticking wheel, we had to take the train off. Before, they would just be like, oh, it's fine, whatever.
It's like how someone was pulled in half by the Carousel of Progress ride.
How?
A cast member was near... It's really hard to explain how this attraction works for any of you that have never seen it. But essentially, you're in this moving theater that revolves around the building, and
the theater, like the way where the audience sits, that is moving in a circle. The stage in the center is stationary.
Yeah, so it's like a Simon Says game where the outside rotates around the middle.
That's not a good.
That
No.
was not a good.
I guess
analogy.
it's
not at
not. But anyway, so there was a cast member that was standing at one of the little console boxes, and she was too close to the wall when the platform started moving, and she got caught between the wall and the revolving theater, and it just yanked her right in half.
That is absolutely horrible.
Yeah. That's great imagery, I'm sure.
It's like I've heard.
No. I like H.P. Lovecraft. That was disgusting.
I guess the Tigger costume is quote unquote cursed because a lot of all the what are they? They're not. It's not the face characters, obviously. It's the other word. Like if you're in a costume as a character, that's the one that tends to have the most issues. Like there was a couple years ago, or several years ago, there was like a big thing because it looked like Tigger was grabbing this girl's boob.
Oh,
and he just had like his hand around her.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was also a time that they were, going through the parade on a float, and he tripped, and the float just went right over him.
Oh.
Killed him.
Oh, no.
Or her, I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah.
So today's topic was not getting dark with Disney. I will remind you, that was not the topic.
It's surprising
That's the point, though.
how...
We jump.
But
I know.
that was not the topic.
Yeah,
I know.
and Blake is new to the idea of transversing between conversations.
Oh, he looks so disappointed right now. I wish you could see it. He also looks like he's about to murder Reynolds, which is fun.
It's a pretty common face,
Yeah.
actually. Blake is a very adorable person. I don't know. He's like a little teddy bear, and he just has the biggest, cutest, brightest eyes.
It's like
I am whopping 4'10".
Yeah.
This guy is a towering 6 foot whatever.
6 foot.
6
whatever.
foot 2?
You don't even know how tall you are.
Nah, it's like 2, or just on the edge of 3, something like that.
3.
2, 3.
And I'm
6 foot 2 1/3, maybe.
And I'm nice in the middle at 5'5".
Yeah, so we make a really great singular wireless commercial. So we were talking about the things people wear.
Oh yeah.
I guess you could consider a Tigger costume something that's bizarre.
Well, actually, here to keep on the Disney theme, I was in my costume once, which I'm sure you can Google just what the Big Thunder Mountain costumes look like. And I went to Publix, and someone asked if I worked there. I was like, really?
Huh.
You think this freaking getup? It's like a salmon pink top with brown pants. Like, yeah, that's totally Publix.
Yeah, we made a really horrifying detour, starting from weird outfits to the terrifying ways people have been killed at Disney, back to adorably weird outfits.
Mm.
Speaking of adorably weird, the 80s, just everything from the 80s is awful. I don't even know who started the trend of neon colors in triangles and squares on dark backgrounds of fabric and just made that the entire uniform for the 80s.
Leg warmers, headbands, exercise clothes.
Yeah. Blake, were you just spawned at some point in your life? He's shrugging because
I am a child of the 90s, thank you.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, we were all born.
there was some of the 80s carried over into the 90s like a cold sore after a week. Leg warmers kind of stuck around.
I feel like things like that are starting to make a comeback. Which
Oh,
is...
please no.
Yeah.
I have noticed like a lot of neon stuff.
Yeah.
Neon I'm okay with, but the rest of it, no.
Like the leg warmers and the wristband, the thick ones.
Yeah.
Not the rubber ones, but like the thick exercise bands. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Things that get incredibly disgusting when
Yeah.
you try to work
Yeah,
out.
there's a reason why people stopped wearing those. Like,
What are the purpose of those?
they're called cause bands because usually they. Oh, you're not talking about the rubber bands.
No.
Then I don't know.
The exercise
I know you
ones.
just said that, but you mean the shoot? I'm trying to remember what they
They're
are.
like
The
The
fuzzy.
sweatbands for your wrists.
oh,
Reynolds.
okay. For
Oh.
some reason, I was almost imagining the survival cord bracelets.
No, those have a purpose.
Yeah,
I
sort
don't
of.
even know.
They're
They
made
have a
from
purpose.
parachute cord.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
In case you're somewhere out in the middle of the wilderness and you need a good, strong cable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It actually is useful, believe
Yeah.
me.
Though
What kind of shit have you been up to, Blake?
I go camping with my family, thank you.
he sacrifices children to the nether realm.
You stay out of my weekly business.
It's quite lucrative in giblets, as I imagine. That's the currency in hell, by the way. Blake is quite familiar with that.
Giblets.
You stay away from my currency. What I use is none of your concern, thank you.
I think your parrot tried to collect some from your mom.
Yes, it did. I hate that bird.
Yeah.
Blake looks at his finger, reminiscing about the bird.
Yep, still a scar.
Yeah.
I hate that thing.
It's you know, it's the perfect stereotype for a pet bird. Just mean and snappy.
And very small.
And out for blood.
Yeah. But it's pretty.
Ooh.
Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely changes everything. You want my bird? Take it. I
Oh,
don't want
no, thank you. I know enough about raptors to stay very far away from intelligent birds.
Yeah, but sit on your shoulder.
it. No.
Teach it
The
how
last
to-
time it sat on my shoulder, it tried to puncture my ear.
Yay.
No.
Like, see, that's another thing. I can imagine domesticating dogs as a useful pet,
purpose.
but when did people start domesticating things like parrots?
I think that was kind of like a
Blame that
Middle
on
Eastern
falconers.
thing. Yeah, that too. Like just catching fast prey, like bunnies. Oh no, my honey.
Yeah, Peanut, Kaylee's rabbit, is hopping around the floor between us, demanding to be pet.
And we're all like, no, we're doing things.
We're having a conversation, Peanut. Unless you have something to contribute, you can go back to your cage and have some kibble or whatever rabbits eat.
No, he spilled that on the floor.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. He throws his...
This food is an
Food
hour
bowl wrap.
old. Give me fresh.
Yeah. So I have a list of cultural celebrations from around the world.
Since we completely gave up on the
Yeah.
topic of clothing.
It's weird how much I didn't think there were things to talk about in that. But when you're at the mall or something and you're people watching, there's ugly people
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, like I don't understand people who wear shoes without socks. Like I'm not talking about sandals, obviously, but especially those loafers.
Mhm.
Like I know that they're supposed to be comfy and whatever, but please.
It goes both ways. Shoes without socks, sandals with socks, and just socks.
What's wrong with socks?
No, just wearing socks.
Like just going out in public with socks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
which
for-
I have seen.
For one, that would be very horrible on your feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just...
That would be horribly dirty, too.
Socks aren't a great thing for wearing around because they collect everything off of the ground.
Now I'm just gonna say for the record, I have a foot phobia and I don't like feet at all, so I'm always wearing socks. Unless I'm alone.
And
So-
I like wearing sandals.
Yeah. So
Be-
I don't like Blake. No, I'm kidding.
Between my my huge paddle-like feet and Blake's rock-like appendages,
Appendages.
Kaylee
That's
is
what she
just
said.
petrified. So we wear nothing but shoes all the time.
He's barefoot right now.
Yeah, I'm
And you
barefoot.
can take your shoes off.
I didn't even notice it. Oh wow.
He just like lifted his foot above the table, like, yeah, look, here it is. Put down.
It was the sort of thing that happens in a comedy movie, like
Where
when
I've seen, like, where normally it's like a fake appendage. They're like, oh, here's my leg up near my ear right now.
yeah,
That's
Nope,
kind of what it
nope,
looked like.
totally legit. That
Yeah.
was my leg.
Yep.
like the main character kicks a dude behind his back somehow, and
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
a way that a foot would never be able
Like
to wrap
in
around
Austin
someone's body.
Powers, the Gold Member, when he's skating and he like sticks his leg out like,
Yeah.
kick the guy behind him.
Blake just pulled one of those in an extremely casual fashion.
me go back to hell. I can't breathe.
This earth oxygen's too much.
It's not enough.
You need more sulfur and acid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, have you ever just been at the mall and you see this old lady that walks by and she just has something going on with her hair? And you're like, you had to wake up today and go into the bathroom and put that together and go, this is a good idea. This was the thing I should have
That's
done.
what I think about.
Don't talk about my grandmother that way.
Oh, your grandma is not like that. Or do you mean another grandma?
I mean mine.
She's really... I can't imagine that from her.
She wakes up like that.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. She's very sweet in the non-caring way.
In a non-caring way?
Yeah.
She can be very, yeah.
Okay.
His lack of words actually says a lot.
Oh.
I think. He knows something that I don't know, apparently.
She scares me.
Oh.
Oh.
That's terrifying. But,
Like, old women
yeah, there are
always
some people
stare
that
at
like I just
offspring.
see and I'm like, you had to make a choice.
And today
go
was
out the
not
way
your
that you
day.
were.
Yeah.
Today's just not your day.
I'm like,
Perfect.
I don't care so much about my appearance. Like, I don't do my hair or makeup or anything like that. But, I mean, I make sure that I don't look like I just walked through a vat of grease at the same time.
Yeah. And you come slopping through the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, that image is horrible.
like a chest burster from an astronaut.
Please no. Do not put that image of my beloved alien movies in my head.
It's like the end of Spaceballs.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
darling.
Hello, my rectal girl. That was fun. That's not the end though. That's like it's near the end, but
No, that was
Yeah,
pretty much at the end.
It was like an extra thing they did at the end.
no, because after that they were like, check please, and then they go to the wedding again, and then what's his face comes back.
Oh.
Lone Star goes back. Because he's just like, she's like, oh, he just takes his 10 million space bucks and goes. And he's like, he didn't take the money. He's got enough for tab gas and tolls, and then left.
Or rather, he didn't take the money, he just left.
That's not how we talked.
That wasn't Mel Brooks?
No.
Oh.
No, that was the King. Mel Brooks was,
The King was kind of like that.
no, he had kind of like a high-pitched voice.
He was very whiny.
Like, he could be gay, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks like the current Burger King.
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, but he's not
That's
could
weird.
be gay in the same way that
No,
Stephen Fry is could be gay.
He is gay, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you
Oh,
wouldn't
no,
really be
not
able
like
to
that,
tell.
no.
He's somewhat obscure with his gayness.
Except in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
He was literally naked, and the lady was like, "Oh my gosh!" And he's like, having spent some time with you now, I can see why someone would be want to spend time with someone of your gender." I'm like, if that isn't a thing to say that he's gay, I don't know what is.
Did he play Sherlock?
He played Mycroft in the movie
Which
with
is,
Robert Downey Jr.
Sherlock's brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the
He...
second movie.
Oh, I never saw the second.
I almost want to
freaking
think
love
that
it.
that screen was completely unscripted.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, the way that she just seems like
Shocked
so
in general.
shocked and awkward that he is completely naked.
Yeah.
And I also want to believe that he was actually completely naked, that he wasn't wearing anything.
Oh, I'm absolutely 98%
and what I think is
sure.
even funnier is there's a part
Tiny
where
girl.
she goes to like take something from him and it drops, and she's just like ducks down, picks it up. I want to believe that was an accident, because she looks like she's about to burst out laughing the entire time.
It's called tiny penis syndrome.
Oh, he probably does.
Yeah, it seems like something Stephen Fry would have, but he wouldn't care.
Oh no, not at all.
He would give no
I
shits.
freaking love Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
He said something mean about rape victims recently, though, so that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
He apologized for it.
Yeah, he gets a little too hot-headed for himself.
He married a guy who's like our age,
Yeah.
which just doesn't
That's
sit well with
disturbing.
me.
It is.
And he's like this thin, young British actor, and then Stephen Fry is this old, tall, fat British actor. And like just seeing them next week, like they look like that could be like his son or grandson even. It's just wrong with me.
And they're totally banging.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
I mean, why'd you gotta do that, Ren?
Why did you put that image in my skull?
Because it's true.
I do always wonder though, like, would Stephen Fry want to be a top or a bottom? I mean, I don't.
Oh, that's even worse than what I said.
Chances
I think
are,
about
if you're
this,
bigger,
though.
you want the bottom.
Huh?
As the chances are, if you're the bigger one, you want the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I've thought. I was gonna say notice, but like I watch gay people all the time. Apparently.
That's like asking if Freddie Mercury
Hey,
wanted
he
to
batted
have.
for both teams. Thank you.
Well, I was going to say if he wanted only one gentleman or every gentleman, to which I would say the answer is obviously millions of orgies followed by concerts.
The more, the better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had sex with everyone at the concert.
But only the men tied up in a chair in a dark room.
No, like Blake said, he played for both teams. Yeah, it's everybody.
You know, you can bat 1,000 rooting for both teams.
Penis jokes.
There's literally... Because you can make a joke about anything that is somewhat long and straight. And that will be a penis joke.
So have you guys had lightsaber fights yet?
No, never.
They don't make the satisfying buzzing sound when they collide.
They just kind of make a... And that's not fun.
Or
It
like
just
a,
hurts.
Sort of like
No.
a...
No. Why?
Because it's fun.
So let's take a little... Because I forgot what I was going to say a long time ago about... I had something in my mind, but it blanked
For
out.
what?
It was something to do with weird outfits. I started
about
saying
old
something.
ladies.
No, it was after that.
You didn't say anything after that. You were just talking about an old lady.
I was going to, and then I
What do you got?
dropped out.
I think you like old ladies, Ren.
No, I'm all about those cougars.
Oh God. No, it's like those bent over 90-year-olds that can't get around very well. Oh, give me the D.
Oh, they're so old that when they bend over, they creak like an old door.
Blake just did a. I'm not even gonna describe it.
No.
You can come up with something.
Yeah.
Just come up for something with that sound.
Yeah.
You know, the whole dust kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're laying there seductively on the bed, like those giant old fat rolls just like coming down.
Oh.
Hey Reynolds, you want a little piece of honey?
That was the kind of sound that when an old man unzips his pants to pull out his dick, it just instantaneously turns to dust.
Oh no.
That is a fate I will never wish on Dr. Weckerly.
You gotta keep your penises moisturized.
Thank you, Moira Brown.
I didn't...
No. My Moira voice is more like this.
It's so accurate, it's
Blake,
painful.
Make sure you keep your penis always moistened by putting it into a vagina.
Can you remember any
stay away
actual
from
Moira
me.
quotes?
What?
You-
No, I can't. What's a Moira quote?
I don't care.
I can't actually remember one. As much as I hate her and could remember everything she said because I hated her, I
Did
couldn't
you
remember
hurt those poor mole rats?
Oh, yeah. Her smile, I just want to shoot it off her face.
I blew it
I
up.
wish the graphics were better. I love Moira.
Yeah.
There's a mod for that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
There's a
think my
mod where you
computer
can have her
will.
as a companion,
I don't
too. Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'd want her though. I'm
Yeah.
content with.
I'm content to leave her in a rundown shack that I blew up.
And then be chased down by mercenaries in Skyrim because of it.
Yep.
So, something that's interesting about Blake is that he is both the luckiest and the unluckiest being on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Struck by lightning twice and had cancer. And I'm just now 23.
And survived both. So the question that remains is whether or not that makes him lucky or unlucky, and the world just isn't finished torturing him yet.
I like to think they're not done yet.
Is there something going after him, or is this
I hope so at this point.
alien? Oh wait, no, aliens.
Yeah.
If it's an alien, please let the probe be long and smooth.
Nope, it's gonna be thick and veiny,
Oh, Jesus.
like my fist.
It's gonna be one of those bad dragon dildos.
Oh Jesus!
Which ones? The tiny ones or the ones that are like 5 times the size of a can?
You already-
I've seen both.
You already know the answer
The
to that
latter.
question.
The latter of the two?
Yeah.
Alright, wait. Is it the one with all the spikes or is it the really smooth one?
Spikes, duh.
Even though it doesn't
Yes!
seem like a feasible way for dragons to reproduce, of course it's gonna be the one with
Well,
the
don't
spikes.
like.
Cats.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't cats have
Cats.
spiky?
Yeah,
dicks?
which also, why?
I actually know that answer.
Oh,
It's So that they can actually scrape the semen out of the female cat's vagina.
But if there's spites, they don't really... It's not like a squeegee where it's rubbing
No,
it out. It's
no,
just...
it's because there's channels in there that the spikes just kind of like... and then scrape.
It's like if you spilled...
Hence why female cats are always in such horrible, horrible pain.
Oh.
Why is it scraped?
I don't know. It just
Like, that
kinda
seems kind of
is.
counterproductive.
I know.
It's like if you spilt milk on the counter and you tried cleaning it up with a fork.
Pretty accurate.
You're not gonna get too much.
No, you're
enough of
not.
that.
No. I don't know
kitty.
what
Evolution
was
gave them
thinking.
a really bad draw.
It's not as bad as what evolution gave ducks.
That corkscrew?
Corkscrew spiked
Oh,
penises. And then the females have vaginas that are corkscrewed in the opposite direction.
Why?
Yeah.
You want to see a picture?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Blake has them on his phone.
Yeah, he just keeps it on his phone.
He's been waiting for
You
this
never
moment
know.
all his life.
I've had pictures like that where I'm like, you never know when it might come up.
Like
And
the
it has.
Donald Trump one.
Yeah, the Donald Trump
With
one.
the... So
I would put that in the video, but I'd get flagged for nudity.
Kaylee
You're
somehow...
gonna get flagged for half of this.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
She's somehow found a video on the interwebs, which was Donald Trump. It was a drawing.
It's a
so,
picture, not
yeah.
a video.
It's him nude with his really disgusting beer
No,
belly.
okay, what I was reading about it was that this was an artist rendition of him, that the size of his penis is not determined, like they don't know actually. But
So they just made it incredibly tiny.
They made it basically like just the head of someone's penis.
It looks like a
about it.
single peanut on an oak tree.
And I've been sending it to all my family members.
And it's lost in a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sending that to all my family members and friends, and I'm entertained by all the responses I've been getting.
Most of them are
had-
desperate,
I had
horror-stricken
I had to expunge
responses.
my phone, thank you.
I sent it to both my brothers, and they were both like, "Why? I thought you loved us." I sent it to my grandmother too. I put that. I gave it to her on Facebook, and my brother's like, "You monster."
And I'm the evil one here?
Oh, I'm sadistic in a different way.
Trump's face was pretty bad. It was that
What's
weird
his
duck
normal
face
face?
that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like the teeth and everything.
Like, wow.
Truly awful.
I saw a picture that was Donald Trump without the fake tan, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because he just looks like this pale, sickly, old white geezer.
Yeah. Which he is.
Yeah, except he's orange. Oh, Jesus.
So, I have,
That was
as I
cheese.
mentioned before, I have a list of bizarre celebrations from around the world, and I'm just gonna scroll down this list and pick one at random here. And oh wait, it's on
Did
pages.
you know that there was... Oh, gee, why did you do that? He showed me a picture of the corkscrew penis. Hey, did you know that there was... I think it was ancient Rome? I want to say it's ancient Rome. Where, no, just stop looking. Stop it.
Oh,
where...
why? Is that the cat one?
Yes.
Why?
Oh,
Like, I didn't imagine the spites being there.
That is horribly graphic.
my lady parts hurt. Anyway, where, you know, like the whole thing of women must be virgins when they get married and whatever. What even is that? Why does it have suction cups?
We're sorry.
animal is that?
We're trying to stay focused, but Blake keeps
I
finding
don't
weird
know.
animal penises to show us.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
I don't even know what this animal is.
So basically, when you were married, you either had to have been a virgin, or your option is there was this little, like, doll thing. It was made of stone. With a
Oh.
penis that was, like, 4 inches long.
It's an echidna. That's what this is.
Oh.
It's an echidna.
Ew.
And it was based off of some god. Maybe it wasn't Rome. It's one of those Mediterranean type things. And it was a religious, like, thing where you could be penetrated by this, and then you were considered to have had sex with a god.
Oh.
So that was an alternative to just being a virgin.
That seems like
you
a
could get-
plus.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah.
Because, like, the actual statue is, like, only, like, 4 inches tall, so it's like a 4-inch tall man with a 4-inch long dick just protruding straight from it. I learned that in my anthropology class.
Question, why? Answer, because it's having sex with a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not worth it.
I actually know of a weird cultural celebration off the top of my head. I think it's in Thailand, but it's somewhere in Southeast Asia. Please stop making vagina penis gestures with your hands. Anyway,
I'm gonna have fun listening to that later because I'm editing this.
In Southeast Asia, there is a tradition where, and I believe it's in Thailand or something like that. They people die, which is a normal thing, and they get buried.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty normal. People die.
And then every year, or maybe it's not every year, it's every year or every 5 years, it's an annual thing. They bring back up their dead relatives from the ground, in their caskets and all. They take them out of their caskets, put them in new clothes, and take them on a walk around town.
Oh, I think
That
I've
sounds
seen that.
fantastic.
They inject them with this thing that causes their limbs to move too.
Yeah.
So it's called it's something that has to do with zombie.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Which
is
makes me
utterly-
imagine it must smell terrible.
Oh,
that will be an awful day to
holy
be in that
imagine.
village.
It's
might wanna
fascinating. I don't
see
even
it.
like zombies, and I'd be fascinated to see that.
Yeah.
That's another fear of mine, zombies. We are eventually going to talk about phobias because I have several.
Yeah, I guess that'll be something we can talk about.
And making her
next
play
time.
Fallout is amazing.
Oh, it is amazing.
Yeah, because ghouls.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not afraid of ghouls. Because I had described to her what they were, because she told me she was afraid of zombies, and I was trying to get her to play Fallout 3. So I told her what ghouls were, that they were essentially just extremely irradiated people that have lost their minds. And she's like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Her first encounter with them was her staring blankly, mouth agape, like whimpering in sheer terror. And I was like,
She
what?
had 2 feet to the end, and it took 40 minutes to get to the end.
Yeah, as she crawled.
No, I think the first one
You didn't
wasn't...
even crawl.
I thought
We
I
had to literally take the keyboard from you.
I thought the first one was, there was like a locked gate and I could see
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go near that because I could see them running around and, I got Vietnam War flashbacks of when my dad had me watch 28 Days Later, and I couldn't sleep for 2 months.
Is that what started your fear of zombies?
No, actually, I've discussed that with several people, and I believe it's because of my uncle. Because when I was 2, he would play Resident Evil, and I'd be sitting right there.
Oh, like the original ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
those are
think
hardcore
by the
games.
time, it kind of just sat in the back of my mind. I remember there was a Scooby-Doo episode that involved a zombie. Not Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, by the way. It was one of the old ones.
Which is a legit
Best
pretty
movie
creepy
ever
movie.
for
Yeah.
I liked that one because the zombies weren't evil. They seemed it at first, but turns out they weren't. But anyway, that gave me nightmares. Not the movie, but the episode. And then I was with my dad, and we watched Shaun of the Dead, and then immediately after that, 28 Days Later, and I couldn't sleep for 2 months. Because also, they lived in the woods, and me and my brother slept on the addition of the house, which wasn't done, so one wall was basically just completely open to the woods. And you could hear everything, including the cat that was right below us, which leads to the garage. And there was this huge thing open, so you could see if anyone was down there too. No.
That I actually was thinking while you were talking about that. When we were kids, there weren't some of the pop cultural horror things that had just kind of sprung up in the last few years, like Slenderman. So when we were kids, we were afraid of zombies and stuff. But it makes me wonder if Slenderman will go down into more modern culture as being a scary thing.
That started out as a German folktale,
Yeah.
and someone just kind of brought it up.
I think they put it to the creepypasta website, and it took
Yeah,
off
and that's
from
just
there.
kind of where it took off.
And then everyone started making the video games and all that.
Or a better example, if something like Freddy Krueger will become more of a cultural thing, where that character will transcend being a movie character and being a horror figure in general.
Oh yeah, if you
I would
think
love
of,
to appreciate that. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The when you think of classic horror, you think of Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, all those movies.
Yeah, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
And Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slenderman, I think they're coming out with a movie soon. Yeah. I don't know what I think, but...
It will be just as horrifying as the second Frozen movie.
And I will watch both because I love seeing myself in pain.
Did you hear about, I think it was over a year ago now, these 2 girls killed a third because of Slender Man?
Yes, I heard about that.
Just in case any of you haven't, I guess like they were big into Slender Man, and they went out to the woods and were like, wouldn't it be cool if we killed our friend? And then they did, and they're like, because Slender Man, whatever, and it was dumb.
I think they legitimately felt that Slenderman existed, so they felt like they had to sacrifice their friend in order to appease him.
I think it was to get him to come out or something like that.
Why would you ever do a ritualistic cult sacrifice to see the thing that you are legitimately afraid of?
You're the one asking this question.
That's why I don't understand that.
I would think you'd be
the
one
that would do the cult sacrifice to keep them away or to appease them. Not to make them show up and wreck your stuff.
I don't know, Boethia seems to like
Boethia's
murder
from
and
Skyrim.
violence. I know, but she also appears due to cult activity, not stays away for it. He's thinking hard about this one.
No, I'm not.
So let's take a look at some of these
So you're taking that dark path.
cultural celebrations here. How about I'm going to mispronounce this, I believe, but it's the Boryeon Mud Festival. Taking place every summer in the town of Boryeon, South Korea, this international mud fight attracts millions of visitors from all over the world. Strangely enough,
were like featherless chickens.
It was originally intended to be a marketing vehicle for local cosmetics producers who use the mineral-rich mud in their products.
Oh.
Yeah, I could see that.
It seems like something the French would pick up on pretty quick.
Yeah. No, they're too clean for that. Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's a stereotype of unclean French people.
Even though they are typically very clean people.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know.
Holly is too well known to be a weird one.
Holiday!
Yeah, the Color Festival, which you guys should totally look up videos about the Color Festival in the Hindu culture, because it is beautiful.
Or even better, you can even look it on Netflix, Idiot Abroad with Carl Pilkington, Ricky Gervais, and Stephen Merchant, and he goes to India during the Holi Festival. And he didn't know that this would be happening, so they're going down the street, and every time they stop, he just gets hit in the face with color, and he's like, what is this
He looked so disgusted.
And, like, he was given clothes that morning, and they were just white. And he's like, they gave me this new clothes, and it's pretty nice. And then just by the end of it, he's a bunch of colors. He's like, I don't care so much about the outfit. I've got 90 quid trainers on.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's kind of sucks.
You know,
See, that reminds me of an old thing that my mother and I did called the Run or Die.
Oh, no.
It was a 5K marathon, and you're typically supposed to wear all white, and at certain checkpoints, they would throw colored dye or colored pigments at you.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, he looked like the only guy I've ever seen go to those festivals who looked like he despised everything that it was about.
He hates everything.
He does, which makes him
an idiot abroad.
Yeah.
Well, like, what I love is that I feel like he's the person who, like, you know, you'll have those personal dumb thoughts. You're like, I'm not gonna fucking say that out loud because I'm gonna be like,
he doesn't have enough brain cells to not say it.
Yeah. So, which is why he went to the Taj Mahal and he was like, yeah, we're on the riverbank, and he's talking about like how bad of a night he had, and they're like, tell us about the Taj Mahal, and he's like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then that's just it.
He's like if every stupid thought anyone's ever had turned into a human being and started walking around and voicing its opinions
and had sentience.
Yeah. So let's look at what else is on this interesting little list here. Oh boy, the Monkey Buffet Festival. There aren't many things cooler than hanging out with a bunch of monkeys, except maybe hanging out with a bunch of monkeys stuffing their faces at an all-you-can-eat buffet. And this is an enormous buffet. The picture I'm looking at, it looks like a table that's about 20 feet in diameter, and it's purely nothing but food. Just, like, engorging amounts of food.
See, now I'm hungry. The thing is, though, I feel like that would be a bad time. Because, like, you just want to be like, I'm just eating, and then a monkey comes up, and he's like, that's mine.
And he just steals your food.
Yeah. And I'm asking the question, why is this a festival at all?
They
Let me
appreciate
read
the
on
monkeys.
here.
Yeah.
If you visit Thailand around Thailand, wow,
Thailand.
I'm such a terrible person.
Yes, you
Around-
are.
I'm white and it's Thailand.
Locals celebrate the festival every year by laying out fruit for their monkey friends. Interesting enough, there is supposedly no real significance behind it except for an alleged attempt to boost tourism.
Shit.
Well, that answered my question of what the purpose for this festival would
Spit on
be.
myself.
Apparently, there's no significance whatsoever.
Great topic.
Sorry, friend.
Also on this list is the Festival of the Pig. What the fuck is this? Night of the Radishes.
Night of the Radishes. Is that Ireland?
No, it is not.
You weren't even sure. Like
I was
maybe
pretty
it is.
unsure for a moment, but
The night
Because
of
I think
the radishes.
wasn't like the jack-o'-lanterns that started out as Irish
It started
people
out
in
as
Ireland?
gourds.
Oh, was it gourds?
Yes.
It was a pagan holiday where they used gourds to ward off spirits.
It was
I
the...
thought it was like like the whole warding off spirits thing, but I thought it was radishes in Ireland.
It depends on what they
Might have
had,
been.
whether it was radishes or
Yeah.
gourds.
But
it was mostly gourds.
the origin of Halloween was a Celtic holiday called Samhain. And it was really modern Halloween is pretty much the same thing. They would have this big festival before the winter arrives, because once winter arrives, it was ancient times and winter was hard. You wouldn't really have a lot of food, and it was dark and miserable. Lots of people were sick.
So why would you sacrifice your food?
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would have this big festival with all the food from the harvest to celebrate the last warm days of the year and being with friends
Yeah,
and family.
but when you want to hoard the food, like do the festival in the springtime.
I'm sure they stored a lot of the food, but it was
Oh, yeah.
like a last gathering of people, of loved ones and stuff, because they might not be there at the end of the winter.
might
Oh.
not see you next spring.
Yeah. But the point of the holiday was to overcome fears, because everyone would dress up as ghosts and ghouls and things to show that, hey, these things really aren't so bad after all. We can make it through the hard times.
Oh, I thought it was like to be like, see, look, we're the same thing. You don't need to kill us because we're not human, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that was a part of it, too, because they were warding the bad spirits away from their food so they wouldn't infect it. But, you know, bravery and everything is a much better message. So, Night of the Radishes.
It sounds like a B movie, a B horror
Night
movie.
of the Daikon radishes.
Yeah, like the Leprechaun movies,
I
which were,
liked those though.
I never saw those.
they were awful.
They were funny.
I love...
Doesn't it star what's his face?
Yes, the answer is yes, because I know who you're thinking about.
Okay, yeah.
The, he was
What
also
way?
the Ewok in Star
Yep.
Wars.
And Willow.
Yeah.
I feel so bad I can't think of his name. He's a really cool actor.
This is a festival celebrated every year before Christmas throughout Mexico. Street side vendors whip out their specially grown... whip out?
They're specially grown.
They're whipping out their radishes for all to
their
see.
sausages.
They're special... Wow, they actually have "don't ask" in parentheses here. And then proceed to sculpt them into some really cool shapes. And the picture here is actually pretty cool. They've got, like, radish people.
Oh, I've
and-
seen those. That's terrifying to me
Yeah,
anyway.
and they have a Jesus, apparently.
Actually, that reminds me when I was when I lived in New Hampshire for one of the like autumn time things that we did in elementary school was we took apples and carved faces out of them.
Mhm.
I have a picture somewhere of me with one, and they're nightmare inducing if you really think about it.
Nightmare fuel? Alright.
Hey.
I feel like reading this list has given me even more nightmare fuel the more I... Oh, this is a cheery one that doesn't have anything gross or disgusting.
I'm sure we'll find something.
The Chinese Rolling Festival. Would you care to read about that one, Kaylee?
Sure, why not? Well, first off, it's called the... Oh, you said cheese rolling. I think you said Chinese.
I thought it did say...
It says cheese.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, well, first off, the pictures of a bunch of white people, not Chinese, but then I read it, and it says cheese rolling festival.
I am still a horrible human being.
Yes, you are. Every year near Gloucester, England... Can't talk. England, hundreds of people gather to watch as locals chase a huge cheese off the top of Cooper's Hill and tumble a couple hundred yards to the bottom, where they are almost inevitably scooped up by paramedics and taken to the hospital. Supposedly, if you cross the finish line at the bottom first, though, you win the cheese. Definitely
Yeah,
worth
that-
it.
I'm just
that's the festival I
imagining-
was talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that what Blake was talking about?
I'm actually
Yes.
getting a pretty high amount of satisfaction imagining English people falling down a hill and like, at the end with broken limbs.
Ren
it-
doesn't like
It's
British
glorious
people.
when you actually see them. Because sometimes the patches will actually have, like, thorn bushes and shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Chasing cheese of all things. I mean, I
And
love
the thing
cheese.
is, when you get to the end, the cheese wheel obviously is not going to look that appetizing
Oh no,
anymore.
it has thorns.
I don't
in
like
it.
cheese wheels. Like,
No, I do.
For some
I
reason.
Oh,
love
dude,
cheese.
I can.
there's
be at a
something
cheese
about
wheel
them that
all
just
day.
seems wrong to me. It doesn't have a great taste.
We actually had a cheese event at my work one time, and it
you
was
did.
literally nothing but cheese. Entire mountains and wheels of cheese, and they had crackers and wine, and
I would be in heaven.
it was really fun. And
I would
amazing.
too, but then I'd be in the bathroom for the next like 3 hours.
Lactose intolerance.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The good part about my job in conventions is that whatever's left over, we usually get to dig into. So it was pretty amazing.
See, the most food I ever got when I was at Thunder was one day some guy at the wheelchair line offered me an Oreo.
Oh my god.
I don't even like. I just remember
It is so bad that the handicapped guy offered you food.
He was just sitting there. He's like, "Do you want one of the Oreos?" I'm like, "Oh, I can't take it. I mean, I just can't." He's like, "I won't tell anybody." I'm like, "Fuck it, I want my fucking Oreo."
That's the kind of story I feel like a media outlet would use if they wanted to throw some hate at Disney.
Yeah.
This cast member only received a single Oreo in her time working for Disney.
At least it's better than where I work.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Blake works at like a dollar store.
Yes, I work at your average friendly neighborhood dollar store.
I feel like there's a lot of paradoxes in that statement.
Yes, it's neither friendly nor neighborhood.
So you work the night shift and you lift things around, essentially, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is a perfect job for him.
He's like
because although
Ant-Man.
he is condensed in stature, he is nonetheless brick-like in strength.
Still not fun. Still not fun.
I'm unemployed.
Not for long, though, friend.
You'll find something.
Yes.
Yeah, my last interview went so well.
I didn't even get a call back, thank you.
I didn't either.
All right.
I went, and she was like, "Well, I'll let you know on Tuesday," and I was like, "Okay."
Tuesday comes around. Nothing.
Companions.
A
and
lot of it,
loneliness.
well, like, she was like, "Can you tell us about a good time at Disney?" And for some reason, I couldn't think of a single one.
Our
Like,
break room flooded.
I was
we
like,
got
I
to
know
sell
for a
paper
fact.
boats.
Like, I know for a fact I have had good guest interactions at Disney, because, I mean, I was there for 2.5 years. If I didn't have
Yeah.
at least one.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
But for some reason, I couldn't think of a single one. I could think of several bad ones.
Yeah.
Which they also asked about, and they were like, "Oh, you're totally prepared for that." And I was like, "Shit."
So I've
So I'm like, I'm not cynical. I don't hate where I work, and just.
I've got one more festival for you guys, and then we'll, I guess,
Wrap up,
with what
probably.
time we have, we'll briefly mention some conspiracy theories. But this is the Argu fishing
Let's
festival.
make sure you're pronouncing this right.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. If it's any different, I don't know.
The Argungu fishing festival takes place in Nigeria, Africa, where the local men compete to see who can pull out the largest fish out of the river using nothing but their bare hands. Ladies, take note, the winner immediately has sex.
With the fish?
With the, no, the winner of the festival.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But it's like, oh, you gotta catch a big fish, and then they immediately have sex.
That sounds like
With said fish.
That seems like the only outcome of this.
Yeah.
Like,
It seems
watch
like
out, ladies.
Oh, that
you
poor
get to
fish.
watch him fuck a fish.
it seems
that
like
poor
a
fish.
win-win situation for
the fish?
whoever the winner is.
You win.
I feel
fish.
so bad for a
and you
catfish
fuck it.
or a shark.
I had a dream and there was a catfish in it. Now that I think about it.
Oh, this particular
I'll tell you what that
picture,
means later.
Okay.
it's like hordes of men in the river fishing. So I think they all want
Is
some
it-
tail.
Is dreaming of a catfish like?
It's bad.
Let's say connected to the fact like someone's using your picture to catfish other people.
No.
I was
No,
kidding.
it's legitimately bad.
Oh,
There's
great.
a Japanese naked festival. That is all.
Again, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me neither.
Japanese.
So conspiracy
I-
theories.
Well, like,
I will
saw-
go. I
I-
will go to Japan one day, and I will see these festivals in all of their glory and splendor.
I heard there. I don't remember who said it, but someone was like, because Japan's kind of just like its own little thing.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Whatever. It's like imagine if they were left for another couple centuries, how many tentacles would be coming off that shit?
Oh no.
I would be in heaven. It would be a Cthulhu's paradise.
Okay, that didn't go away. I was thinking, but okay.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Conspiracy theories. Number 1, Blake Bowman's existence.
I exist.
All right,
Conspiracy theory solved.
That is not a conspiracy theory. I will point that out right now. It is not a theory. The doctors have no idea what I am or even if I am sentient.
I'd say you're sentient. You're talking.
You seem sentient, but that could be an illusion of my mind.
This is all an illusion.
Yeah.
I am
I'm
nothing
not
but a
real.
withered husk in your imagination.
It's,
Oh
it's like the
my.
soul husks from Skyrim.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there. You're
Yeah, like a sponge.
like, I'm gonna eat you now. Oh, bye. Whatever.
So I want to know why people believe in a flat Earth. Like
well,
why or how that is even a thing.
the literal understanding of a map. That's what they saw. That's what they believe.
Well,
See,
like,
holding up a
okay,
map.
there
This
was-
is flat.
It was one of the, I don't remember which celebrity, but they're like, they say if you go up high enough, you can start to see the curve, and they were in a plane. And they're like, I don't see no curve. And posted a picture. I'm like...
Because you cannot see New York from China,
Yeah.
there is a curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes if I look straight across the road, I can't see the other side.
That's a curve.
There is this
Or
guy.
you're blind.
I don't know.
Or high.
There's actually a guy on
Or all of the
YouTube
above.
that makes videos just trying to prove that the flat Earth is a thing. And he had a video where he was having a... it was the guy that went above the atmosphere and like jumped off the balloon. And,
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. So that guy...
Seriously, he thinks that?
No. The GoPro he had on his head.
Yes.
The guy was using that footage and saying that since the camera was a fisheye lens, it was a conspiracy using fisheye lenses that the world is
But
round.
that's normally what they use when they're doing that.
Yeah, it's just the way the camera is, and intelligent people know that, but apparently this person doesn't.
Like, literally, I could see, back in the day when we couldn't go that high anymore. It's like, if you have no idea, sure, think the world's flat. Because you walk flat, it doesn't look like things are curved. But once you know, and you're like, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Because back in that time period, I mean, you only knew about as much as what you were shown.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what you were told.
In
and
church.
that's just in church. And that is pretty much what they just...
Like, I feel like this could be
Yeah.
a counter argument for someone who believes in flat Earth. Like, yeah, and you were only told that the Earth was round.
By science.
Yeah. By every instrument known to man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the moon, it is a spheroid.
Yeah.
You look at the...
I've
you
seen
look at
pictures, they're
planets.
flat.
Well, yeah, what the argument, it's actually sort of sad that the moon rotates as quickly as it orbits around the Earth. Because since we always only see one side of the moon, they use that as one of the arguments that it's flat. And
Can't see the entire shape of an object.
well, that's
at
what
one
I'm
time.
saying. It's a shame that the Earth doesn't rotate faster. It rotates as fast as it orbits the Earth.
Yes.
So we only see that one side, and it's unfortunate that it doesn't actually rotate faster because that would be like a dead ringer for the whole thing. People are stupid.
They really are.
People are just. I'm
so
ashamed.
if you listen to this and you think that's a flat Earth, please stop listening. I don't even want you to give us views.
I hate you.
And I am the cynical one.
Yeah.
I hate stupid people. Oh no.
That is a
I
very
hate
broad
ignorant-
I
term.
take that
I
back.
hate ignorant people.
Yeah, I hate people that
Ignorance,
are
yes.
purposefully ignorant.
Stupidity
That too.
has its own flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about more stupid people, we could go on. I almost wish we had a whole show for this because we
I mean,
could
we
talk
can
about
another time.
Yeah. But
Another time, another place.
Yes.
For another world.
Just kidding. Same bat time, same bat
bat
channel.
place.
Oh, okay, that works too.
with
It-
bat
it-
credit cards.
It's Bat Channel, not Bat Place.
I almost hope that a personal conspiracy of mine that I wish was true, that the Batman movies in the 90s were never made and that it's just a lie.
How about the fourth Indiana Jones movie?
So, you do know that the latest Superman versus Batman movie, Batman ends up winning, correct?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yes.
I don't care though. I didn't plan on seeing
It is very funny.
Yeah, and it's actually comic canon.
It is.
Like, it's based on a comic book. A really good one, actually, and it's a shame that that movie didn't really do as well as it was meant to. Yeah.
Just because there's so many Batman and Superman, like individually and then together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's just another modern one.
I just think that Superman is hard to pull off. Honestly.
So once and for all, Batman is better than Superman.
Oh my! I think you're. Oh look, the laptop's already on fire from that statement, Blake.
No, that was the dust. You kidding me? I can see the dust from here.
Oh, so that means we only have minimal hatred right now, but the more people that hear
I
this,
don't know.
it's gonna
I
pile
kind of
on.
agree. I mean, like, I feel like
What,
Superman
the dust?
doesn't... No. I don't feel like Superman does all that much. Like, yeah, he can fly, yeah, he's Superman strength and the laser eye thing.
But that's all contributed to where he comes from.
Yeah.
His home planet has a much larger gravity, and their species feeds off of solar radiation.
And that's cool, but, like, Batman, he could be anybody. Like,
Literally. Well,
I like Batman for the same reason that Iron Man is my favorite Marvel hero, because it's very plausible. Like, that could be...
Yeah, like, nothing special had to happen to them. They just had money.
they just were.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Stark really didn't start out with that much money. He was just very smart.
He was an ass.
Say his
And
dad
then
had
and then
money.
he was...
His dad did.
Yeah, the Stark...
He was, he was just a genius.
Yeah. It wasn't... I guess it wasn't as much personal wealth, but then again, look at this fucking house. I want that house.
He probably built that with his bare hands. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. I would not put
hands
it
by
past him.
making the robots to make it for him. Though.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He still made one thing to create another.
He made robotic bare hands and built a house with them.
Peanut is now cowering in a corner, by the way.
Oh no, he likes to sit there.
Yeah. That's his...
Oh, look at that long leg. Yes, Peanut. Yes.
It made me like one of your French girls.
Peanut is our sexy hitchhiker.
Oh. Oh, so we're each gonna have like individual hitchhiker things. So Peanut's the sexy one. It's like the Beatles, where the one's the cute one.
So he's the sexy one. I'm demonic.
You're the brick one.
Yes, I am demonic.
The British hitchhiker.
Ren's the giant.
I feel like those
the
aren't really
girl.
good descriptions.
Oh shit!
I was wondering where you were going with that.
That's like how in 80s movies there was like a group of boys and they all had
Asian guy,
yeah,
white guy,
girl.
Oh yeah, like the Power Rangers. It's like, let's see, the red one is obviously a white guy, black one's black, yellow is Asian, pink is girl.
And then there were two
They were
girls.
horribly racist.
Yeah.
I just now realized
The
that.
black was
Really?
black, the
Yes, I
yellow
just
was
now
an
realized
Asian
that.
guy.
I used to love the Power Rangers as a kid. Now I realize they were just racist.
I always hated Power Rangers.
I didn't know enough about, like, I know John had a poster. Well, John's my uncle.
And
That's
Uncle
all I
John,
knew.
how original.
Yeah, John. He was
Cougar
named
Mellencamp?
Huh?
Or John Cougar Mellencamp?
No.
Darn.
That could be a code name, but it
John
isn't.
Cougar Mellencamp. Tell him that.
Smitty Weber Yegerman Jensen. He was
The
number
third.
one.
Actually, that was my safe word in my last relationship.
Wow.
Smitty, you're... I can't
Yes.
fucking say it.
Smitty, Werber,
I would start to
Yegerman,
say it
Jensen.
and they'd be like, nope, you can't say
Yeah.
it. I'm still going.
That's a code word that you would use on your partner if you wanted to doom them to fail.
Does it
You
be like
see
Smitty
how I
Wer-
am now, right? Obviously, I got this way somehow.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
it simple. Keep it at banana.
She liked melons.
It's phallic enough, let alone a fruit that's shaped like a phallus. Then it's the perfect safe word.
Oh, did you see
No.
it was... I don't remember who it was. It was trending on Facebook, of course. Where it was some celebrity was eating corn. Like a whole cob of corn. Like a banana.
No!
Yes, he was like, from the fucking top of it. I'm gonna look up the picture.
Yeah.
Please
I don't remember
do.
who it was, though.
Celebrity eating corn like a dumbass.
Yes, because that's totally what she's typing in.
I forgot banana.
Banana.
Nope.
Unless
There
I'm
it
an idiot
is.
and can't spell.
I'm sorry, I'm really close
Is
to the
it
mic
just-
right now. It's
yeah.
Michael Bublé, that's who it was.
Seriously?
Oh.
Like, what Also, where are you going to just get a corn?
It's New York.
Yeah, he
They
has
have them
it.
everywhere.
true.
He has it in like
A
a
napkin.
napkin.
Yeah,
It's-
he could have
But, like,
that
why
from a
is he
stain in New
eating
York.
it like that?
I've never
He's
seen.
an idiot.
I've never seen people sell corn like that on the side of like from a concession stand.
Matthew
or
calls
something.
him
I have.
Matthew Bubble.
I've seen that. I've just never seen someone eat corn like a dumbass.
There's Jeff Bush eating a banana like a piece of corn.
What the heck?
Did you just call
Oh,
him
no.
Jeff Bush?
Yeah, I did.
Why is there a picture of a
First off-
bear eating... Oh my god.
What?
What? Was the bear eating something in my mind?
I
you
don't
said
see a
bear.
bear.
Yeah. Y'all don't see that.
No.
No.
Shit.
Like, just seeing bears now.
We're looking at a picture of George W. Bush eating a corn on cob. And
Yeah. The bear.
He's not a fat, hairy gay man.
Might as well
You don't
be.
know that.
We don't know their life outside of being presidents.
One of my
Or
favorite
what they
pictures...
do while they're a president.
Actually, relating to corn, one of my favorite pictures is one of Jim Con-il of North Korea, and he has
Yep,
like
we're
all
flagged.
this. He has all this corn in front of him, and
I'm
he's
gonna
just
get
like,
sued by the Korean government.
he's
Yep,
just like,
we're
this is my
flagged.
corn. Everyone enjoy my corn, and everyone around him is like, yes, this is also good corn. We're happy we're in this conversation because
Yep, we're
no one
flagged.
can disagree.
Alright, Ren, I don't want
Ren,
to have like a
Ren.
North Korean hit squad come to my house. So,
Do you really think North
Yes,
Korea has
yes,
enough
they would.
resources to pull that off?
yeah.
To be honest, yes.
I don't. I have very little faith.
They would send like 5 people here for no reason other than that. Just because he's an ass.
Let's
Eh.
stop talking about this because I'm the only one who's could be in trouble here.
That was a pretty big ramble we just went on right
Yeah, it
there.
was
And
3
if
minutes.
Kaylee continued this conversation right when I said that, it would have been really hilarious.
What?
What?
Huh? What just happened?
No, seriously, I'm confused.
Oh, because we went off on that huge tangent.
Oh.
Which one?
The one we were just in that Kaylee was going to cut out. So now we're back.
Oh, we are?
And it was like so
Okay.
abrupt.
Alright.
Welcome back.
Hey, hello. We're
Woohoo.
not insane and or planning your demise,
Well,
U.S. government.
I was going to go somewhere, now I'm not.
Oh, this just keeps getting better. I'm totally not digging us into
Yeah,
a hole.
Ren,
Yes,
I think
you
you need
are.
to leave.
All right.
No, you just hit the freaking table. Sit down.
And you're my ride, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
What? You can run at supersonic speeds, can't you?
Bullshit, I'm not Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know what? I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I want to eat soon.
All right.
Chinese food!
Well, thanks for listening again, everyone. We'll probably continue this podcast again on
This
Tuesday.
podcast?
This is Codcast.
Concast.
We're actually, you know what? I have a confession to make. We're old fish.
Yep,
We're
I'm a
not
trout.
humans.
I'm a trout, he's a salmon.
No, he's a cod.
Now I'm
Oh, he's a
hungry
I'm
for
a
cod.
salmon.
Oh, then what am I?
Fish and
Goat
chips.
You're
man.
true. Trout.
I'm a trout. What are you, Canadian?
Well, anyway.
I do have a lot of Canadian ancestry. Like, a lot.
Canadian-y?
Yeah. That's why I say sorry so much.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for listening. Sayonara.
See ya.
I'm so sorry.